Best news is, Aries, that Saturn, the planet of hard work, responsibilities, limitations, and consequences, is leaving your sign. Yay! It's not like you are completely off the hook, and we'll get into the details of all of that immediately. I'm Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology, but who love hearing their monthly forecasts, and this is yours for September 2025. So, Saturn. It entered your sign at the end of May and immediately started weighting you down. Now, normally, dealing with this pressure is relatively straightforward. You choose a goal, work towards that goal, get results, reassess, choose the next goal, etc. It's hard but simple. This time, though, there was already another new planet in your sign that got there first, namely Neptune, that entered Aries at the end of March. Neptune is kind of the opposite of Saturn. Where Saturn is limiting, Neptune is boundless. Where Saturn demands clarity, Neptune avoids it. Where Saturn is responsible, Neptune just trusts that the universe will take care of things. I wanted to say that it's a bit of like one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake type of situation. But the thing is, neither Saturn nor Neptune have much of an affinity for the gas part of the equation. It's more of a control, but also dissolve, or beware, but also just believe. It must have been especially difficult for the early March-born Aries people, and it will get easier once Saturn slides back into Pisces on the 1st of September in the course of its yearly retrograde. You will be left with just Neptune, which can give you the opportunity to dream, believe, visualize, or truly let go of something. And yes, Saturn will return to your sign in February 2026, when you will have to, yes, brace yourself and really work on something. Work hard, but that's in February. Now, the only thing Saturn may ask from you is actually the same thing that Neptune in your sign may also ask of you, which is to release something, let go, finalize, put an end to an era. Before we come any further, by now you probably know it pays to watch the forecast for both your sun sign and your rising sign. As good as that is, it still will not show you how the transits are affecting other important points in your chart, like your Venus or your midheaven. Neither will it show you how your progress chart is unfolding, which is basically your individual developmental plan. That's the kind of deeper personal layer that I cover in private readings, and you can book one with me through the link up here and also below in the description. Now back to your month ahead. Mercury will spend 16 days in Virgo, speeding through it from the 2nd of September until the 18th. Use this time to take care of business, make lists, work on checking all the boxes in those lists. It's a good, productive Mercury for you. On the days around the 3rd of September, it may throw you a curveball, but then immediately help you deal with it. Or it may be a fresh new idea that you have that you will need Mercury's help working on. So then the full moon in Pisces on the 7th of September is also a lunar eclipse, and also the one that's fateful in a good way. If you have ever considered having a spiritual practice or a mindfulness practice, or doing art for art's sake, this full moon may be the catalyst that you were missing. If not, again, remember what Saturn in Pisces is asking of you and what Neptune in your own sign is asking of you. Release something. Let go, allow things to end. It may be something very tangible, like a project that's untenable, or a relationship, or it can be an attitude or a dream or some ancestral trauma history that's not serving you anymore. This full moon may facilitate the release. Moving on. On the 18th, Mercury is moving into Libra, your area of one-on-one relationships, and it's switching from assisting you with day-to-day tasks to helping you find the right words to talk about the issues that matter in your important one-on-one relationships. You wouldn't need to solve everything with one or two talks, but raising a question, addressing an issue may help you set the scene for the new moon in Libra in this your relationship sector that will happen next month in October, not September, October. So no rush, but also do not be silent. Venus will spend the first 19 days of September in the magnificent Leo. For you, it means enough time to shine, have fun, dress creatively, be more performative in love and sex, and to fall a little bit more in love with life. On the 19th, it will switch to Virgo, the sign of your day-to-day, and will start beautifying and smoothing out things there. If you are looking at establishing some healthy or productivity boosting habits, after the 19th, Venus may help you seduce yourself into taking them up. You know what that is, the fancy new gym clothes, the fitness trackers, the beautiful things you'd love to wear to work, a new, handbag, organizer, or a female friend that makes doing things that are good for you easier and more fun. Then there is a new moon in Virgo on the 21st of September. And didn't we just have a new moon in Virgo in August? We did. Sometimes every year and a half or so, the new moon or the full moon falls on the very first degree of a sign, and then the other one would happen in the final degree. So once in a while we get 2 full moons or 2 new moons in the same sign, like this year in Virgo. This new moon, though, unlike the August one, is also a very partial solar eclipse, which means that it's not much of a good time to start new things as it is the time to let go, or go with the flow and observe. It may speed things up, including the demise of something, or it can bring forward circumstances we didn't fully account for. Luckily, we already had a new moon in Virgo that was good for starting new things, the one in August. So now it's time to see how these new things are unfolding, if something is clearly not made for this world, you know what I'm about to say. Release, let go, move on. Finally, Mars, your astrological body, is leaving the maybe too civilized for its sign of Libra for Scorpio on the 22nd of September. What it means for you is a generally more focused, energized state, but possibly also a bit more drama. Scorpio rules your area of complicated finance, intimate relationships, and your own psychological depths. And whereas Mars, there's action, so yes, you will be more motivated to look for funding, that's great. Possibly also more passionate in bed, but maybe also a bit more paranoid and reactive. Overall, it's a good development, but if you notice that after the 22nd you may be more angry or afraid than normal, get hold of a friend who is really stable, maybe a tad bit phlegmatic, and see if their attitude may help you get into a more balanced state as well. But the main topic of the month, as you probably figured out already, is to let go of something. If this resonated, consider subscribing to be notified when the next forecast comes out, and have a beautiful September, Aries.